Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the second half of April of 2021 spiritual guidance reading. I'm going to focus on the area of career and finance, which also can involve a creative project, a small business, a situation involving home or family, things of the material, and so on that are affected by the area of career, finance, and money. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn, and I'm going to lay a circle spread. So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please bless whichever Virgo I am reading for during this general reading. Please bless them with clearly defined messages regarding the area of career and finance and the second half of April of 2021. All right, so in the center of the circle spread by mid-April of 2021, we have the Discovering One's Truth card. So this is about, when I see this card, I think of that song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine, right? It's about discovering your purpose for being here on earth, what it is that you truly love doing day to day, what it is that you were meant to be remembered for here on earth. We may have a Virgo here during this general reading that by the third going into the fourth week of April of 2021, you're thinking about some form of spiritual healing, a spiritual job. This year of 2021 is a great year for creating something where you can help others to heal, be it Reiki and so on. Okay, so it's basically the message here is to allow healing energy to flow through you. Discover that if this is what you are drawn to, now is the time to put that research, that knowledge, the obtaining of wisdom into motion, right? Because what you create in this year could very well grow and prosper into and on through the next 10, 20 years. So if this is what you've been thinking about, this is Spirit's way of trying to confirm for you that yes, the timing is right. Okay. Some of you may be thinking about this by mid-April of 2021. Oops, I'm going to stick with this deck. So in the relationship sector of the circle spread, we have distant thunder. I'm trying to remember who else had that. Might have been Cancer. I'm not sure. But basically, in the relationship sector of the circle spread, we have distant thunder. Clear the air. Let go of the storm that has now passed. What wasn't maybe you. And now discover the truth of who you really are and how you're going to put this part of yourself into motion. For as you connect with new people in the relationship sector here during the second half of April, you will be able to look back at what you learned in relation to another or others. This could be someone who's learned a little bit about this spiritual or mystic healing. And now's the time, like I said, to push beyond the things that didn't work in the past and to clear the air and connect with new people. Look at that. Right behind that, we have in the creative aspects position of the circle spread, begin now. So this energy is, or message, is Spirit's way of saying to this Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, male or female, and so on, whichever Virgo I'm reading for during this general reading, that this second half of April of 2021 is definitely the time to start taking your first steps, right? To discovering the light of your truth so that you can allow healing energy to flow through you. You had to maybe heal from a connection in the past or some form of storm related to career and finance or others in general. But now it's time to begin creating in the creative aspects position of the circle spread this new direction as you discover the light of your truth, who you were meant to be. All right, so in the actions position for the whole second half of April of 2021, Spirit is saying for sure with the Vast Vista card, or Vistas, that now is indeed the time to expand your horizons and take your first step towards the light of who you were meant to be here on earth. So emotionally, by the end of April of 2021, Spirit saying surrender to the journey. A doorway is going to open up as you start to learn more about what it is here that interests you. And Spirit's saying, release trying to control how or what or, how things are going to happen for you. And just, again, allow healing energy to flow through you. Allow Spirit to bring you signs and synchronicities regarding what is waiting for you on the horizon. Because distant thunder is about a storm passing in the relationship sector to another or others, and instead walking into the light of your truth. Look at this person is like walking into the light of traveling emotionally while they think of healing. Okay, so I am getting this could be someone who has wanted to be a doctor, a nurse, and you're thinking about helping to heal because it's your purpose in life. And Spirit's saying, just surrender to how this is going to unfold. Take your first step, expand your horizons, and know that this process will help for you to leave unhealthy people, places, circumstances, and situations behind. So in your subconscious position during the second half of April of 2021, Virgo, Spirit is saying, remember to take some time to watch the clouds, to acknowledge your truth, to discover what you did not want in the past, and now how you are going to create something new by starting to expand your horizons, taking your first steps. So definitely provide yourself with a journal to say, this is the new journey I'm starting. These are the action steps I'm taking. I trust in Spirit that this is the light of my truth. I do feel like there's a star in the sky for everyone whose light turns on. There's like a realization of, okay, this is what I was sent to this earth to do. Therefore, day to day, I need to find contentment in finding solitude. Right? If you look back at the very spiritual teachers of the past, this solitude is where we discover a lot of knowledge, right? The quiet time, the journaling. And this solitude, in silence, peace prevails. In silence, you discover the light of who you were meant to be, and you start to take action day to day to take your first step. So this could be researching quietly in your own space for a few hours a day where you shut everything off and you research and learn something. And that would be what the first steps are about, that Spirit is nudging this Virgo to do. So in the inner strengths position, we have stepping into power. Spirit is giving this Virgo the strength to know that you are strong beyond measure. As you shine that light on different paths, you're going to start to receive confirmation that something is indeed your truth and that it is indeed time to expand your horizons. So some may be traveling into a new direction. Again, to work on something spiritual, to learn something spiritual, even if this is virtual travel. Know that Spirit's saying we are helping you to step into the power of who you were meant to be and expand your horizons at this time. So in a 3-card summary to my left, with the same Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn, we got mid-April for this Virgo. Tread thoughtfully and take action with courage. There's a narrow path here of discovery, but Spirit's giving you the courage, right, to step into your power, to discover the bounty that lies within you, that can only be discovered as you ground yourself in solitude daily. Eventually, it will be time to simplify your life, right, to travel lightly into some direction here. So again, the light of one's truth is making this Virgo think about surrendering to the journey and releasing control and jumping on this boat, this plane, this car to go to what? Look at this. By the 3rd, going into the 4th week of April of 2021, we have get ready for new horizons, faraway places, and then boom, sticking your victory sword into that huge apricot saying, I can overcome anything. I'm going to cross these bridges even though I'm unsure. I'm going to walk in the beauty of who I am until I receive the blessings that Spirit is talking to me about. By the end of April of 2021, we have the gates of triumph opening up for this Virgo. Success expands in your life. And then there's a realization that I can now break new trail, right? I can go, instead of treading thoughtfully, I can take this time and now discover where success is meant for me. Okay, so I'm going to release trying to control how this all takes place. I'm going to wait for a breakthrough, an opportunity to travel or move into a direction of success here. You are where you were meant to be, and eventually there will indeed be a great adventure full of passion and pleasure for this Virgo. Yeah, there's transformation here that is involved in this process. So Spirit's saying you need to kind of go through this process of change in your life in a slow way, because there is spiritual transformation going on within you. There's a rebirth, right? I'm not who I used to be. I'm now this new me. The me that was actually there all along is what I'm hearing Spirit say. All right, so for clarification, I'm bringing in the Archangel Gabriel deck by Doreen Virtue. So please clarify these messages and provide any spiritual advice or guidance for whichever Virgo we are reading for during this circle spread. So in the center of the circle spread, look at that. Discovering the light of your truth is what's going to bring you energies of motivation by mid-April. So if you don't know what that is, or you're not feeling that mid-April, Spirit's saying the time is now. If you are unsure of the path ahead or what you were meant to do, now is the time to pray for guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm for and focus on this project. So Spirit's trying to give you energies of motivation to discover that, hey, you know what? I'm a mystic healer. I was sent here to teach yoga. I was sent here to do Reiki. I was sent here to help heal others in some way in the thoughts position during the second half of April. So now's the time, if you are unsure, again, to create a vision board, right? A board with images and words that inspire you, that motivate you for this journey of researching, of creating at this time, is going to help you to step into the light of who you were meant to be at this time in your journey. So in the relationship sector, with and to another or others, we have the classes energy. So we have learning and teaching are a part of your higher calling. Okay, so if you are naturally in touch with, stones, a lot of knowledge and wisdom here, now is the time to share that knowledge and wisdom with others for some Virgos. So, what didn't work in the past didn't work, because at this time in your life, you're meant to learn or teach something. So create a board with images and words that motivate you. Okay, so they're pretty much clarifying the previous messages. Good. So in the creative aspects position, we have begin now. Take your first step. And the energies of sensitivity. So Spirit's saying your sensitive feelings are actually your muse for inspiration and your creativity. So what didn't work in the past, or the difficulties of the past in the relationship sector to another or others, is actually things happen that are difficult in order to awaken you to some knowledge and wisdom that needs to be shared, and you're the one to do it. So if something difficult happened in the past, now's the time to realize that it happened as a sign for you to help others to heal. It's a sign for you to start a blog or to teach or to learn something, so that you can now find inspiration and motivation in your life in general. So by the end of April of 2021 for this Virgo, we have a Virgo who has taken action and now is realizing by the end of April that I am indeed expanding my horizons. How do I know this? Because happy news is coming. Beautiful. Your prayer is answered in a creative way. Wow. So for this Virgo, it is at the end of April of 2021 where this happy news comes, if you have followed Spirit's advice in this video. So emotionally, we have a new project. Boom. That's what the happy news is about. So like a newborn baby, your actions start to grow into a reality here that may affect you really deeply, Virgo. And Spirit's saying, don't try to control, how this is going to develop into a reality. For Spirit's saying, we are putting you into this journey, and all you need to do is surrender to it. Look at the most difficult parts of your life as part of a sign of your higher calling. And for some, it's definitely to help others to heal. So in the subconscious position, we have watching the clouds, taking some time and reflecting. We also had the perfectionism card or energy. So Spirit's saying it's okay to polish your creative project, but to not allow for procrastinistic fear to result in the delay of where Spirit's trying to guide you. I think that's why they're saying emotionally, just release control. When a new project comes, go with it. For all of your time where you followed Spirit's advice, right? And you sat in solitude, at least for most of the second half of April, you will then understand that it's time to begin. In your creative aspects position, begin now, take your first step. Take your first step to do what? Share your art with the world. Your art can be writing, drawing, painting, but it can also be about teaching or healing or helping another or others. So the card says it's time for you to allow others to enjoy your creative work. So we go from solitude into finally sharing your art with the world. And Spirit saying keep doing that with energies of motivation, right? Keep updating your images and words that inspire you on that vision board. Keep learning something or teaching something, but take some time to rest and don't fall into perfectionism. Happy news is coming as a result of your efforts, and eventually you're going to realize that your actions, your natural actions and experiences have grown to a point where your idea is moving you into the direction of a new journey where you are going to be guided to share your art with the world. But don't start to look too closely at your work, right? You have been blessed. The light of your truth is you are who you are, and give thanks to Spirit for that. So in the inner strengths position, we had Virgo who is shining their light on different paths, trying to find the path whereby they can step into their power. These new horizons and happy news. Just like I was saying, Spirit's giving this Virgo the strength to remain true to yourself. Do not compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to, trust, and follow your inner voice. For you will discover some form of truth having to do with new horizons or a new project, and it's happy news. So this whole process before the gates of triumph over here open up is a process of detoxification, okay? It's okay to learn from what didn't work out in the past or what was difficult, but it's also Spirit saying putting that energy, that intense energy into something creative. This whole process of sitting in solitude and working on it day to day is what's going to cleanse you emotionally and spiritually, most importantly. So this process is going to help you to release toxins from your body, your mind, your diet, and to start to feel on top of the world. And once we do, that's when we start to really get motivated, right? To exercise, to eat right. And that alone could be something that Spirit's saying to focus on. This new project is going to bring happy news as long as you stay true to the light of who you were meant to be. All right, so I'm going to clarify these messages by bringing in the Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason. So, dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels, please bless whichever Virgo I am reading for with clearly defined messages and or clarification and confirmation regarding the messages we have previously discussed. So, coming to a peaceful resolution, I'm praying to Spirit for guidance as to how to increase my enthusiasm as I stand in the light of who I know I am meant to be. I'm coming to a peaceful resolution that this is my gift. So in the thoughts position, think and remember Virgo. You have your leather on, you've got your sword, and now is the time to create that board, right? A vision board about how you are going to help to heal others in this world. You will feel strong enough. The more you get motivated, you will start to feel by the third or fourth week that you are strong enough to move forward. You found this peaceful resolution within you. So this is someone who is questioning their life's purpose, their soul's purpose. Now, in the relationship sector of the circle spread, Virgo, we have maybe someone who went through a difficult time with an older air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, male or female, and now they're taking what they learned with the distant storm, and they are learning or teaching because it is a part of your higher calling. So if you were an abused person, now would be the time to come together and to write a book about abuse. Meet with people, have meetings with people, start a blog with people, save up money and devote it to causes to help people who need to find a place to hide from an abusive person, and so on. All right, so when we get into the creative aspects position for further clarification, boom, we've got a gift from the universe in the form of the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. And so the Ace of Wands being career and finance, creativity, and so on. This is Spirit's way of saying you will be able to, for some, by I'm going to say the end of April of 2021, take your first step into the path of a new direction. And the Ace of Wands is all about enthusiasm, excitement. So when you start with motivation mid-April, it will grow. If you follow Spirit's advice and create that vision board, if you teach or learn something, now's the time. Because a doorway is going to open up and a new, exciting, enthusiastic path is going to be in front of you. So in silence, that's where you find that peace. That's where you detox. Working on anything in quiet and solitude is what brings you peace and cleanses your soul. It's a form of meditation. And at some point, I'm feeling for some, maybe even the third going into the fourth week of April, you're going to be guided to share your art with others so others can enjoy what you are manifesting. Wow. So here you are in your element, Virgo, for some. We've got the Knight of Discs. Now, the Knight of Discs does not move quickly. They look, they contemplate, they call you back later type thing, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think of which deck it was. Never mind. Okay. I think, yeah, somebody comes towards you with an offer, but they're moving slowly. Okay, that's what the Knight of Discs is about. There's happy news because of a new creative offer, opportunity, direction that you're going to be enthusiastic about. But, remember, things need to kind of go slowly because of this going from solitude to actually sharing your creative work. Okay, there's a spiritual energy here, a transformation of I wasn't strong enough in the past because I was dealing with these difficulties, but now I've come to a peaceful resolution and happy news is arriving, or I'm sharing happy news with others. And slowly but surely, I'm coming to a peaceful resolution and understanding that the difficulties of the past are what led me to what I am doing now. Wow. Okay, so emotionally we have release, control, surrender to the journey, for your actions are going to be growing your ideas into a reality. So by the end of April, I have a Virgo here who's feeling pretty darn good because of this happy news and the fact that what they are working towards is evolving. But again, someone else may be dragging your feet, or you're kind of just slowly but surely taking action to get to a peaceful resolution that indeed you can share your work. Some are shy, is what I'm hearing. Now, in the defeat energies, we have a new project, and then we have defeat with the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords to me is like inner conflict, about communication, actually. So is this communication coming? When will this communication come? It's like collectively people are going to start to get excited about a new direction. They're succumbing to this new path of victory. But then, of course, we're running into obstacles. And that's just so that everything will line up for divine timing to take place. So that's the same case here. Now, subconsciously, boom, another ace. Okay. So Spirit is saying we are helping to guide you into a brand new path, a new direction. So slowly but surely, as you take some time to relax and detox during this process, know that victory is on its way. Okay, find a peaceful resolution, even though you're starting to get really motivated and passionate about what you're working towards. classes, learning something, teaching something. Eventually things will pan out. Eventually there will be victory. Just don't fall into any form of perfectionism, okay? Because that is going to darken your aura and slow things even more. All right, so day to day we have the Knight of Swords energies. This is about change. The Knight of Swords to me is about kind of like speaking one's truth, but in this case I feel like fearing that someone, because you're making a change from going from quietly to sharing your art, fear of someone saying something that may hurt your feelings. And that's what happens when we put ourselves out in the world. But we need to remember, or this Virgo needs to remember, that you are now standing in the light of who you were meant to be. So surrender to this journey, because that's what's happening, right? It's going to unfold anyway. So in your inner strengths position, now we have the Five of Wands energies. I'm passionate and I'm excited. I'm just unsure as to what action steps to take, right? I'm unsure as to when I'm going to be able to step into a position of power. I am unsure, but Spirit's saying, I'm going to give you the strength to know that you are strong beyond measure. So do not, and they're giving you the strength, Virgo, to not compromise or water down your ideas because someone else has a fight or flight energy. It could be a 20-some, maybe to 30-some-year-old air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, who is actually a little bit jealous of your creative success. So Spirit's giving you the strength to not be conflicted about what action steps to take, to continue to just be true to yourself, and to know that your motivation here is going to lead you to happy news, a new project, a new direction, a new journey. Okay, if you can sidestep the difficulties of the past, recognize the truth of a situation, and then go teach or learn something that will make you even more stronger. You've got a strong King of Swords here in the relationship sector, and you've got strong warrior energy in the thoughts position. And then we've got excitement, going from solitude to sharing your art or your abilities with the world. And again, this whole process is about releasing toxins from your body so that you can start a new path fresh, without dragging whatever this was in the relationship sector to another or others with you. It's about, I'm learning from that, and now I'm applying myself to that. I know that wishes will come true in the area of money, and that in moments of discontentment, I'm going to keep moving. Yeah, because someone here, the more you think that you don't have enough or you're holding back, the more you're going to prevent this, a third ace. Oh my gosh. By the end of April of 2021, if you follow Spirit's advice in this video, Virgo, you will be blessed with a new path that will overflow with peace, joy, and happiness. So do not fear opposition, right? Do not fear those who are jealous and insecure. Instead, look at how far you have come. For the High Priest sees that others are jealous of you with the Seven of Wands energies, that they may come towards you and not provide you with the support you want. It doesn't matter, because the Hierophant is showing up as a major arcana here and is looking at how far you have come and is helping you to create the next chapter of your life. And what's in that chapter, I feel in May, is the Ten of Cups. And I've been seeing this for a few other signs and in personal readings, that we are being led to find that path of peace, joy, and happiness. Remember, we're going from a number 5 year in 2021, which is a year of change, freedom, change and freedom. Okay, so freeing ourselves from whatever storms have gotten in the way and moving into a number 6 year of 2022 into a path of balance, right? So we can't find the path of balance until we have completely freed ourselves from who and or what was not healthy for us. Okay, so I'm going to close with a message from the Daily Guidance from Your Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. Please close this message by bringing in a closing message from Spirit regarding this Virgo and the second half of April of 2021. Daydream. So yes, you will more easily hear and receive Spirit's messages if you daydream regularly. So that's what this was about. Remember subconsciously to relax, to open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts, right? Surrender to the journey. Just notice any feelings, any visions, or any ideas as if you were watching a movie, for this is the seat of creativity. So Spirit's really speaking to this Virgo, and they're saying, do what you love and listen. I just saw a new partner in wedding, not to bring love in here, but for singles in general, collectively. I am finding that in the year of 2021, people are meeting others via something related to career and finance. And yeah, it's starting to look really good. Look at, we have wishes coming true emotionally by the end of April for this Virgo. So many blessings to you all. Should these messages have resonated in some way for you and you have further questions about your own personal journey, feel free to write me for a personal reading at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com. I offer 4 1/2-hour video readings, and they are a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or yearly reading, and my price list will be in the box below this video. I am still offering the spring special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. So thank you so much for stopping by. To those of you whom have liked, shared, and subscribed. Thank you so very much to those who come to me for month-to-month readings, and to those who follow up those readings with an email after the allotted time has been spent to let me know how these translated messages of spiritual guidance have led you into a path of greater peace, joy, and happiness. Thank you so very, very much to those of you whom have donated to keep the channel up and running. Take care and God bless.